I think that created a tremendous culture right off the bat. And we also told the employees that we didn't expect them to do anything that we wouldn't do, or receive anything that we didn't receive, or not to receive something that we received. For example, many companies, the executives get a big bonus every year, which may not be the case for the employees. They don't get a bonus. That wasn't what RS was about. If we got a bonus, the employees got a bonus. And this gets back to my first principle, the golden rule, right? That's the way we would want to be treated. So everything we did, we tried to couch it, how would we want to receive that? So the commitments, which I think was the backbone of RS, and ultimately the backbone of our success. And I'll just relate some of them.
That would be great.
I'm a team player with a positive attitude. I treat others with dignity and respect. I'm honest and I'm reliable, and so forth and so on. And there's 10 of them. These commitments are said in the form of self-talk, which my other partners and I, we read the book Self-Talk, and we decided that was something we wanted to do. And that was, if you're going to change something, you got to change what people think about themselves, right?
Yes.
And most of us grew up with all the negative self-talk. You can't do that. You got in trouble for this. So it's a lot of negative input. So we have to change that. So we decided these commitments would be positive, uplifting, and said as if you were already doing them.
I love that too.
Yeah, that was great.
Present moment.
And they're great. They're great commitments, all 10 of them. But we felt we have to go a step further. And it's kind of like what I was checking on your website, Suivera, and your self-love course about the mirror technique.
Yeah. When
you recite these self-talk affirmations in front of a mirror. And we didn't really think about doing that, but what we did decide to do was what would cement these beliefs, these commitments, the mission and the pledge. I will say the mission is to make Bar S the premier company in the processed meat industry. That was the mission. And I had friends of mine, other business people, when I would tell them this, they'd say, well, what does premier mean? Whatever you want it to mean. But we've got over 2,000 ideas about what the employees think premier is, each individual one. So we have 2,000 iterations of what is premier. And that's far better than any definition I could give you. And that's what we went on. And but we decided that these commitments, the mission statement and the pledge, we would say to one another. And we did this by requiring a recitation every morning of the business day. Every day, every employee throughout the company across America, in every location, would recite the commitments, the mission, and the pledge. And they would do it in their teams. We were very team-oriented as a company. So they would gather in their team every morning, 8 o'clock or 7, whatever the work they started at that location. And they would say these to one another. So if you were in my team, and I had a team with my people who worked in my team, and we would stand outside our cubicles in our offices, and I would say to Amber, I treat others with dignity and respect, as well as all these other commitments. And you would say to me. So it created a powerful bond over the years, in that if I didn't treat you with dignity and respect, not only did I know that I didn't do that, I know that you know I didn't do it, because we created this verbal contract and this bond with one another. It became so powerful that if for some reason I didn't tell the exact truth, and that was another course I gave the employees, is lying. What about lying? There's all kinds of lying. And if I didn't tell the truth, whether it was not whether it wasn't actually lying, but omitting something that I know you needed to know what was true. That was a break in that bond. I am not honest and reliable if I do that. So I would apologize for that. And I would expect you, if you did it, because everybody makes those mistakes, to apologize to me. And I would try to atone for it. So this became pervasive throughout the company. And with all our workers, everybody subscribing to this culture and saying these affirmations to one another every day. I don't know any company that does this or didn't, but I believe it was one of the major reasons for our great success. And in fact, when we started out, most of our competitors thought we wouldn't last for 6 weeks. But in the end, we did become the premier company in the processed meat industry. We became the #1 hot dog seller, manufacturer and seller in America. And we did that because I believe of these commitments and these beliefs that guided people's behavior culturally. We didn't have a set of, a 16-book set of regulations and rules. We didn't have those. Never had those. All we had was these 10 commitments. And they served us well. It just worked.